Fetela ngwanaka, o sa laete wa shala, se guru here. On the screen, we are told to evaluate the following expression without using a calculator, right? This question, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't need chancers, right? It needs the guidance of people like Seguru to help you to maneuver it. Ne? Otherwise, yeah, you can see most of you would give up here, but it's a very simple question. You need to have the strategies, and with Seguru, you are going to learn everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, the thinking process that I'm going to always check is the angles first. Ne? I have 92, 94, 96. You can see that we're going up in twos. 92 plus 2, 94 plus 2, 96. Blah, 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 up until 176. And then we add 2, we get to the last one, which is 178. So the first idea I could see is, okay, the angles are increasing by 2. Ne? The second thing I'm going to think is, how many terms do I have? Like, how many terms in this product do I have? Ne? And it's simple, there's a formula for that. Number of terms, it's always the last number minus the first number divided by steps. We're going up in steps of 2s. Remember, we add 2 always, right? So divided by 2 plus 1. 178 minus 92, it's 86. Over 2 plus 1. 86 over 2 is 43, plus 1 is 44. So which means we have 44 terms in total. Ne? Okay, I'm going to box it because we might need this in future. All right. So now let's look at another thing. If you check tan92, ne? Tan92 can be written as sine 92 degrees over cos 92 degrees. Remember, we have an identity that says tan theta is the same as sine divided by cos. I use that identity here, right? And then I'm going to map with it. I'm going to map this one with the last one. Remember, if I have A times B times C times D times E, I can have E times A times B times C times D. The order of multiplication doesn't matter. It's cumulative in property. For example, if I have 2 times 3 times 4, the answer is what? Is 24, right? If I have 4 times 2 times 3, the answer is 24. So it doesn't matter the order in which you multiply your terms. Ne? So I'm going to remove this, and then the first term I'm going to map it with the last term. Ne? I just want to find out something here. Ne? Remember, we're taking it with experience. So we have tan 178 will change into sine 178 over cos 178, right? And then remember this, ladies and gentlemen, we have sine 92 breaking into sine 90 plus 2, ne? And then also cos 92 can be written as 90 degrees plus 2 degrees, then multiplied by sine 178 can be written as 180 minus 2. 180 minus 2 degrees is still 178. We're doing reduction here, ladies and gents. So cos will be the same, 180 minus 2 degrees. Ne? The reason why I'm doing this is because if I have an angle bigger than 90, I have to do reduction. Ne? And then remember, 90 plus is in the second quadrant, because check, we know that 90 degrees is here. Plus we go anti-clockwise, so we're in the second quadrant. Ne? So now, because we are starting on the y-axis, sine and cos must switch. Ne? Sine will become cos. I'm in the quadrant of sine, so it's going to be positive because I have sine here, but it's going to switch to cos. So it's going to become cos 2 degrees over this one. it's in the second quadrant as well, but because it's cos and cos, remember it's sine, tan, cos, all. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive. So here I have cos, which is in the second quadrant, so my sign here will be negative. And then, but because I'm starting on the y-axis, I must switch to sine. So this becomes sine 2 degrees. Then multiplied by, remember 180 is here, ladies and gents. 180 minus, we go anti-clockwise. So we're still in the second quadrant. So sine, and because we are starting on the x-axis, we do not change. This is very important, ladies and gents. When you start on the y-axis, you change. Sine becomes cos, cos becomes sine. When you start on the x-axis, you stay the same. So here's going to be sine 2 degrees. And then here is going to be negative cos 2 degrees, right? And then let's simplify this. We can see that this cancels that, this cancels that. The negatives becomes positive because it's 2 of them. This gives us 1. All right, ladies and gents. And this property is going to repeat for all the terms. If you do that and that, you're still going to get the same thing, because here's going to be 90 plus 4. Here's going to be 180 minus 4. So you're going to end up cancelling again like this. So you're going to get 1. But now the biggest question is, how many pairs are there? We have 44 terms, which means we have 22 pairs in total. So it's like I have, this is the first pair, so it's 1, right? And then the second pair will also give me 1. The third pair will also give me 1. The fourth, give me 1. The third, the fifth, 1. The sixth, 1. And so on up until the 22nd pair. Because 44 terms, if we want to turn it into pairs, we have to divide it by 2. So it gives us 22 pairs. So basically that expression in simple terms is going to be, therefore, tan 92 multiplied by tan 94 multiplied by tan 96, and so on up until tan, the last one was what? 178. Am I right? The last one was 178. It must be the same as, remember the first pair give us 1 and we have 22 pairs in total. So it's 1 to the power 22. Because 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, 22 times is just same as 1 to the power 22. So the final answer is 1, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have about, my YouTube channel is here. You just go to YouTube, you type Bahula Clinton. You are going to get more than 258 videos, and I always upload each and every day, ladies and gents. Thank you very much. Tango.